Good morning, Dennis Aseto.
Good morning, Nduoka. How you doing?
Niko salama, how are you?
Salama sana.
Uko salama?
Kabisa.
Uko sure?
Okay.
Wewe? I'm fine, thank you.
Uko sure?
I just feel like I'm rushing through life.
Yeah?
Today is that day when,
Don't worry, you went to the land of long-distance traders.
Where?
Yes.
I was everywhere this morning. Even before anybody else had a cup of coffee, I was already doing the thing this morning.
Don't worry. Good to see you.
All right. Good to see you too.
Good to see you.
Wewe ulikuwa unafanya jana back to back to back to back.
Yo, don't joke. Jana tulikuwa pale, it was Christian Triple G. The election was Triple G. Goodies, guns, and goons. That was during
the Triple G election.
Triple G election.
Okay.
Yes. And we also had two Samuels.
Two Sammys. Yeah. Did you guys didn't even know until yesterday that the quote unquote two who were being pitted against each other were both Sammy.
Yeah. The two horses.
Oh, the two horses. Hi, Josephat Kamanya. Ngoja kwanza, hebu say that again.
Hi, Ndu.
Very good. Hi.
Hi.
You're fine?
Very fine, thank you.
That's a statement of fact.
It is.
not a question.
I am indeed.
Good to see you.
Yebo.
The people will be happy.
Are they?
Well, they'll tell us in just a minute.
Yeah, let's find out.
We'll find out. It's Friday.
Yes, it is. And a unique one, though.
Pourquoi?
A unique one.
Why?
Because of yesterday.
What happened?
Well,
something happened yesterday.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us.
The people of the mountain decided to gift one Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki
his way out. Oh, sorry.
You know, it was his birthday.
So happy birthday, Abraham.
It was his birthday yesterday.
Yes, the people of Kalou decided to gift him.
Okay.
So
happy birthday to you, sir.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday, dear Professor. Happy birthday to you.
Well done.
From the people of Kalou.
This is our gift to you.
Yes.
Packet wrapped with sparkles. Thank you very much.
Yebo.
Yeah, okay. I like the way you are thinking this morning.
The hoi polloi have spoken.
I'm telling you.
The who?
The hoi polloi.
Hoi polloi.
The masses, the people.
The watu.
That we, the people, shall make one Friday of the 16th, no? 18th. Today is
the 17th.
17th.
Yes.
A day to reckon. Yes.
Can also be 18th because you have 8 days, so don't worry.
Okay.
You know.
Yes, I was okay. That and much more to be discussed.
The ladies are information. EVE, good morning. Marion Barasa, how are you? Skiti Waweru, good morning. Joylene B, good morning. Mutanu Susan, how are you? Information, I'm telling you.
Voke.
Voke is at work.
Voke is here. Yes.
Dirty lie.
Hey.
Voke is here standing on 2 feet.
Hey.
Hallelujah.
Yes, and he's donning some Kenyan attire.
Okay, something went right. Well done. Something went right yesterday. Even Kalou is here. Is Derek there?
Derek is here.
I can't even see people. Derek is here. Who else is not here? Who has not been counted this morning? Good morning, everybody. Joylene, we can see that. Kalou is also, yes, I've said Collins. It's just that I said Collins. You know, people are nicknamed until they forget their original name. Your name is Collins. Yes, everybody.
I have
a
question for Voke. Sauti ya mtaa. Voke umetoka mtaa gani?
You should know.
Voke has to stand to answer you. Yes. Yeah, that's where we are this morning, and we're getting into it proper. Everybody, karibuni sana. Thank you for joining us this morning. This is a Situation Room, and just like that, we've greeted everybody, and the people of Kalou have spoken. I think we're going to have quite a few conversations around this. Not that I think, that I know. That we talked about this being a litmus test going into 2027. And did it turn green or red?
You
know how when exactly. You know how when we in the chemistry class when we are we're testing for acid. We're testing alkaline. Now, is it the proof? That's where we are this morning. Karibuni sana. Let me tell you what we'll be talking about today, in addition to giving you those election results. As at 5:13 this morning, total registered voters 73,480. Total valid votes were 41,316. Spoiled votes were 340. Disputed were 12, and turnout was 56.7%. There you go with 73. Maybe that's also an indication for us to think about right now. That if you look at a by-election that was said to be a litmus test for 2027, if you've got 50% of the registered voters in Kalou turning up, could that be a picture as to what's going to happen in 2027? So should your messaging then change and say, guys, you need to come out and vote? Because what we're looking at right now is an average of 56.7% of registered voters actually coming out to vote.
Right.
Now, in terms of spoiled votes, it was almost nothing compared to those who voted, less than even a fraction of a percent. Waweru Douglas Kamau, the DCP party candidate, won with 35,440 votes. It has not been officially declared by the IEBC, so I should not say won. I should say that why are you looking at me like that?
I think it has, no?
Did they announce?
I think it's been announced.
When did they announce? Did they announce? Yes, they did? Okay. Yes, they did. Okay, so I can go back to my original statement. 35,440. Samuel Mushina of the UDA party, 5,450. Kigwak Wilson, 198 points. Jubilee Party, Waithaka Stephen, NLP 103. Karaoke Timothy, PRM 51. PNU Mushiri Edwin, 28 points. Abdullahi Abdul Fattah of the FPK party with 19 points. Moneki Edward of the KMM party, 16 points. And Joroge Rachel of the PDP party with 11 points. That's what it looks like at the end of it all.
16 votes.
Yes, votes. 19 votes. Even 11 votes.
How many polling centers was there? Are there 144?
144.
144, yes.
So you would assume that each candidate had an agent in each and every polling center. So you had 144 agents, but you garnered 16 votes.
So even your agents did not vote for you?
I was only asking.
Oh, you were just asking a question?
I was just asking.
Okay. Are these indications of what it's going to look like into 2027? It's a conversation that we have had all week in terms of, actually in months, even in the months before when we had by-elections, to ask yourself, is this an indication of what's to come in 2027? That's the stuff that fuels our conversations this morning. We'll start at 7 o'clock with Angel Mbuthia, who is the national chairperson of the Jubilee Youth League, and Omwansa is the UDA General Party Gen Z party leader. They'll both join us for All Kalou Decides the Aftermath. That's a conversation that we'll have at 7 o'clock. I just want to ask that somebody should get a fire extinguisher and put it at the door. 8 a.m. Marcus Agenga is the program coordinator for ELOG, the Elections Observation Group. He joins us also with Jerry Kahiga, who's the national youth leader, of course, affiliated with the DCP party. The All Kalou litmus test, free, fair, and transparent, with a question mark. Of course, we did see a couple of presses coming out of Wamunyo yesterday, where he talked about alleged voter bribery and ballot stuffing and stuff like this. All right? And then tomorrow, England play France for the third place and fourth place of the World Cup.
Underline underscore for the third
and fourth place.
Because they
lost.
Wow.
First and second position.
God.
But so proceed.
Tomorrow, the 18th of July, these two teams come together to play. So what that means is that on Sunday, Argentina meets Spain in the final of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Yes.
We're going to be having that conversation at 9 o'clock today. In fact, for this one, we're going to specially ask that Jerry is in the room so that she can learn even half a thing about football. Two of our...
like the shape of the football.
Yeah, the shape is not like that for rugby. And people actually kick it. They don't carry it.
And they also chase it.
They chase it. The aim is to put the ball in the back of that big thing that you see at the end of both sides. It's a net.
It's called a goal post. The net.
That's the aim.
Maybe she learned how to interpret red flags. You know those flags.
Now those red flags are not the ones when your boyfriend is doing things and then you say red flag. No. It's a different kind of flag.
Yes.
How many flags do you have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now, is VAR a flag?
Not VR. How many flags do you have at every corner? Those are 4 flags.
4, yes.
And then you have the 2 linesmen.
Right.
Right? So those are 6.
But unawacha Evelyn go junction.
Okay,
Just
okay.
Okay,
You know,
sorry.
she's used to the flags at the UN complex.
Hapana flags tunasema red flags
Red.
ni zingine. Wanaonanga. So, to help us in that conversation today, to just look at the intrigues of the World Cup and how they've been over the last, couple of weeks and what the final could possibly look like, Robinson Okenye and Davis Mbere are some of our fantastic sports reporters at the Standard Group, and they're going to join us. Robinson Okenye is a sports anchor, reporter KTN, and sports anchor and reporter KTN, Davis Mbere, will join us for the twists and turns of the World Cup 2026. And, you can tell us who your predictions will be. So that will be a way to end the week as we go into that final weekend today.
We team Messi, we are mesmerized.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
The boy played some good football the other day.
Yeah.
In
I
terms
tell
of
ya.
just, he's a goal maker as well as a goal scorer.
He's the
We just
goat.
have to admit.
The goat.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just have to admit. Okay, so that's what the conversations will look like today. Karibuni sana. Thank you for being here with us this morning. Our live streams are indeed up on YouTube, Facebook, and on X. And we are live on KTN this morning, as well as terrestrial radio around the region and indeed around the world. Thank you for keeping it with us every morning as you do. And for those of you who are stepping in, this is your first time, thank you for joining us. Tell us where you're tuned in from in just a minute. Whether you're in Malindi at 87.6 or whether you are tuned in this morning, tuned in Elder at 96.7, Nakuru at 96.0, Nairobi 94.4, Nyeri at 90.9, Mombasa at 87.9, and 102.5 in Kisumu. This is the Situation Room. It's Kenya's biggest conversation with Josephat Kamanya and Dennis Tolaseto. And Ndroko with you today. We're getting into it. You took us to Libya.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, let's just go straight into the proverb.
All right.
The tongue has no bone, but it's strong enough to break a heart. The
So
tongue
you're going to need
has-
to say
It can do many other things, but let's focus. The tongue has no bone, but it's strong enough to break a heart.
it's true.
Yes.
That's my interpretation.
Come on. How do you interpret?
Broken heart. Yeah, the tongue has no bone, but it truly can break a heart. In my saying, not do's.
Evelyn, they're saying I'm not well, even though I'm a sema.
And we are not lying.
I'm not well.
And we are not lying.
Oh, really?
But back to the tongue.
His tongue is so strong this morning. Come on.
You know the power of the tongue.
Yes.
So, back to the tongue.
Wow. Tunaenda break. Sheesh.
Yeah, it is about in my opinion, the hidden powers
Yeah.
that we possess or that exist. Sometimes we don't judge a book by its cover. Some of these things come out soft or appealing.
Yep.
But in real sense, when you dive into it, when you get to experience them in life, you realize that there is more to what you saw.
Yeah.
There is more to what drew you in. So, be keen, be wise. Just don't judge it by its appearance.
Yeah. I would say different people can interpret it differently. So if you go to a place like Mbere,
Right.
they'll tell you what a tongue would do. They can lick lollipops because they're given during a event.
Yes.
Yeah, but then again, the proverb actually speaks of measuring what it is you say, knowing exactly or understanding the after effect of what comes outside your tongue. Because it's very strong, I agree.
Be careful what you say, little mouth. Yeah. It's true. I agree. Okay.
Do you agree with the tongue?
Your
Words.
Okay, all the words.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in unfamiliar territory this morning. Okay, so let's say hello to people today. Getting into it. Jimmy Manuthi says, hello, Spice family. I empathize with the journalists who were harmed by the Mexican drug cartel, like goons. The heroes are all Kalawians. Yes, they are. And, that people were injured in the way in which they were yesterday. I'm going to call that out and say that, that obviously should not have happened. Miss Pia says, good morning, a very proud Nyandaruan, well done. If there's anything like that, Kalau has set precedents. No amount of money would change their minds. Well, there you go. Jimmy Minuthi says, Kawajiko, the courts are calling. Who's Kawajiko?
Oh, that's the MP
That's the
for
member of
Kiamba.
parliament. Yes, Kiamba.
And there's an amateur video going around where he was seen in company of goons and armed people in Kalou.
In Kalou, yes.
I think an inquest needs to be well established, and that, yes, the courts are waiting.
The courts are actually
We should
waiting.
hear at the end
that's
of
the
that.
Kawajiko. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's what it looks like. Indeed, the courts are waiting, and it's part of a conversation that we will definitely call into as part of our conversations today. So many people are online this morning. Let's get through as quickly as possible. Good morning, Spice Hongerani sana watu wa Kalou, says Kisa Daniel. And Leo says, good morning. Tuned in, the great sons and daughters have done the Mlima proud. As it's always said, can't be by a Mlima. Now will all the inducement be returned to the sender? That's a good question. That's a pipe sitter, Rudishwa. Christina says, good morning. On the boat. The boat. Can be used somewhere else. All constituencies follow the script of Kalou by protecting their votes. Wallahi 2027 will drain the swamp, including Nabi, Atenda, Nyumbani. Okay. Don Sabwa. Allah. Don Sabwa, where have you been?
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back. It's good to have you. You said that what is the inverse of Wamudende? It is Kalou. Okay. Moshara and Jerry is tuned in this morning, Team Spice. And Dennis, thank you so much. Thanks to the people of Kalou who made me proud, from Portland, Oregon, with a lot of love. Jackson Zamba says, good morning, Spice. And Kim Fixer says, we are officially in the 2027 election mode. Good morning, SpiceFM family. We're waiting for Gashagwa to give us the direction on the way forward. Really? All right. Duta Gahu says, the spirit is in the margins. That was a big margin, though, you have to admit. A 30,000 vote margin is not a small feat. Jackson Zamba says, good morning. Mark Mwangi says, good morning. There is no doubt that goons are government-sponsored. The damage will not take a generation to fix, but the most disturbing thing is that those who should do better are acting aloof. Okay. Beatrice Omanwa says, good morning. This is beautiful with good news for the people of Kenya listening and watching from Dallas in Texas. And good morning from Ewaso Nyiro is Paceheimer says, wait, the hooded men in high-end SUVs, heavily armed, are not police? CS Interior said they'll investigate them. We're dealing with a very volatile situation. Interesting. He did actually come out yesterday and said, in fact, we're investigating who possibly these people could be. We don't know at the moment.
Okay. Let's not even comment.
Brief. In the nose, out the mouth.
It does
If I'm a member of parliament, I'm in a convoy, or people are getting into my car and they're armed, masked, and looking like the goons. What does the police need to investigate? They just need to call me, and I'll tell them who are those people in my car. Like, it's not rocket science.
Really?
They just need to be summoned and explain who is this and that and the other that were in your car. Who is this who was shooting smoke guns?
Exactly.
Guys. My tongue is so strong not to respond.
Okay, your brain to mouth filter batteries today, they're fresh ones. Okay, sour. Eric Nganga says, good morning. A big loud round is what we're looking for. Applause to the 83.3% of Kalou for exercising the democratic right despite the heavy intimidation. This is a wake-up call to Kenyans. Dan Stilagat says, Chinua Achebe, Amalinze the cat. Yeah, Amalinze the cat. Owen says, good morning as well. Tuned in, watching from Lusail City in Qatar. A very good morning to you. Haran Hakil says, good morning, Team TSR. Congratulations to the people of Nyandarua. Kenyans have taken notes. Good morning, guys, says Eric Award. Good morning to you. Sylvia Elegua says, good morning. All Kalauians did us proud. He who laughs laughs best. Quick recovery to all the injured journalists, and we pray for them as well. Thank you for that. Also, what has happened? My fingers are not doing the walking. Okay, here we go. Stanley Gasha says, good morning. Wanda, good morning. Ndona Seto from Toronto. Happy Friday. Wanda, did you see Joe? Uganda discharged its last Ebola patient and has now started its 42-day countdown to a declared Ebola-free. The tide hopefully is turning. Yes. So I guess there was no need for center somewhere in Laikipia.
Yeah.
Okay. Hush.
Okay. Joe Mungai says, good morning. He's tuned in this morning from Bonnie Lake. Ruto has a small problem. Kalou. Anything to do with its constituents, it's everything about Ruto in 2027. Bwangi Juma, we see you. John Moraith is also tuned in this morning. Nancy Abura, we see you. They say, Sembe ipimo ginyamin. What happened to Kalou is a replica come 2027. Okay. What does that mean?
Sembe ipimo. Ugali upimwa na sister. Okay. I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Bernard Ogamba says, good morning. The dismal performance of Jubilee at the Kalou by-elections exposed how it exposed something is what we're hearing. So let's just go through it quickly in about 2 minutes, everybody. Karibu Sana, thank you for joining us. The Combe is tuned in this morning. Shemon Far is also tuned in. James Karaoke says, good morning. From the president has been set. Guard your votes at the polling station. Tuned in from Soy. Baba Three Girls says, Mushina won all Kalou, but Ngozo won what? I don't know. Okay, all Kalou is what David Magara is saying. Everybody's getting into it this morning proper. Patricia Room says, good morning, Princess in Black and the fine gentleman. I'm glad Kenyans still eat and reason. Kudos, all Kalou. Yeah, Wanda says, hi, Joe. Hadn't seen you looking great with today's scarf. So stylish. There you go.
Thank you.
Fiery Red says, good morning, Into Aseto and Joe. Me, I'm happy Joe is here. Alafu Joe. Will Safina be fielding candidates next year? Because it's just you and DCP seemingly dominate.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
From the president all the way down, and Safina, hopefully, by courtesy of your vote, will form the next government.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's your answer. Tips Muge says, good morning, Team Spice. Yesterday, Kalou experienced a marauders attack from a well-trained militia. We should start calling goons with weapons as mercenaries or militia. That's the question, I guess. Mm-hmm. The 2000 is also tuned in here. Everybody's talking about Kalou. And you said that you don't think that Jubilee is up there on tribal outfits. It was a national party, but Jubilee didn't campaign enough in Kalou. This is what John Murithi is saying. Kyle Nyambura tunakupenda sana. Good morning and thank you for being here. Miss P.S. Happy to see you, Joe. Faith Sander says, good morning. Glad to see you all. And of course, JK, the people are so happy. Paul Olaka is tuned in this morning, says the mountain has spoken, it's gone. Bonjour, mes amis, says Linda Argola. Happy to see you as always. Fiery Red says, good morning, Nduna, etc. And Joe, we've seen you. Thank you so much. Paul says the men are in maroon. Mm-hmm. Oh,
so this is maroon. We are
yes, this is maroon.
Okay.
Yeah, well done. Now you know. Mm-hmm. Margaret Wajohi says, hello, Joe Kamanya. So the rest of us, we are just here. Don't underestimate the whole holoi or wala wala lahoi.
Wala lahoi.
Yeah, don't estimate them. Bliss Motivate says, good morning, Spice Team. Patricia Room, we see you. Good morning. Shemon Dara is also tuned in, listening in from Seattle. I salute the people of all Kalou. Mark Mwangi, we see you. It's Kenny. Good morning to you. You've realized that you're completely addicted. These are the kind of drugs that we like. Keep taking them. Good sugar and spice and everything nice. Welcome to the weekend. I see you. Jennifer Atenya, you said good morning. Good morning to you. You said that Kalou has shown the way. And we're just getting through everybody. Zachary, Mutuflani, good morning to you. We see you. G. Kenyon is also here. Kiaria Peter tuned in. Margaret Wajohi. Oganga Ken. Hey, you guys have decided to fill the room this morning. If I didn't call your name, well, it's not because I didn't want to. Time into your naenda. But good morning, everybody. Karibu sana, sana, sana. And we'll be able to sample what you've said, of course, getting into the morning. Okay. On the front page of the Standard, Kenya's bold newspaper, whitewashed, and then there's a picture of the president. Mm-hmm. Kimiak, by the way.
Yeah,
We've been
Kimiak.
looking for Kimiak for a week. We're not quite sure where he is. But Kimiak, you need to give proof of life.
Yeah.
Let us know that you're okay. We demand proof of life from Kimiak. We've been demanding all week. So we need to know where you are. In fact, thanks for that sound out one. So apparently, the picture on the front page of the Standard today is His Excellency the President William Ruto.
Okay.
And it said that whitewashed, and there's his picture. If a picture would sell 1,000 words, that you would have to ask then what stories is telling. Landslide victory, Sammy Douglas Kamau. This number that's been given here is 29,278. This was at the time of print.
Yes.
But of course, that number has risen to 35,000 from the now official results that we've seen. And this was by press time after counting 120 out of 144 stations. Samuel Mushina Nyaga of UDA then had the 4,476. But we've seen that number has risen to just over 5,000 votes.
Yeah.
And so it's a landslide. I mean, by any element, it is a landslide. When the person after you is 30,000 votes behind, that's a landslide by definition. And of course, we're going to be looking into the intrigues of that later. But that's what the headline is. And does it mean that the president is now thinking about what's going to happen later? Remember, we talked about this by-election being a litmus test of what could possibly happen and how people will strategize then going into 2027 for that vote. So we'll talk about that. Remember when we looked at this story that's on page 2, and I asked you, Dennis, and I said, a gun that you have a license to keep, more so as a judge in this country.
Yeah.
When did you realize or not realize that it was missing? And how did it leave the confines of the safe in your home, where we're made to understand most people keep their guns?
Yeah.
When you are not using it, it is in a safe place, either at your residence or your place of business, whatever the case may be. Lingering questions about Judge's gun found at the crime scene in Joska. Then Agri Mushalilo's gun is found, because they're all licensed. They have a number, they have a serial number, all of this. So then this criminal who was gunned down in Joska on Monday, the gun was found at the crime scene, which is the same gun that is licensed to one Justice Agri Mushalule. So there are many questions here about what exactly could possibly be going on. How do you acquire a gun legally in Kenya?
Yes.
Owning a firearm in Kenya requires one to comply with some requirements under the Firearms Act. The first step is to report to the nearest police station in your area of residence and submit a formal request to own a gun to the Officer Commanding Station, that's the OCS. There, the OCS will issue a form to the applicant to fill, indicating some crucial documents that are compulsory for any gun owner. The requirements include a letter from a psychiatrist confirming that one is of sound mind. Others are a letter detailing why an individual is looking to own a gun in the first place. A police clearance certificate, also known as a certificate of good conduct, certified bank statements to ascertain that one has a steady source of income, that you're not going to go use this gun to do any kind of mago. Clearance letters from the police station closest to your residence. The letter should be stamped, 4 passport photos, a copy of the national identity card or passport. The applicant will then be directed to wait for the next interview. Typically, the vetting process takes an estimated 3 months, depending on the capacity of the licensing board. The applicant, under normal circumstances, is then called for a final interview before directed to pay 5,000 shillings for the official certificate. However, the OCS may at any time, by notice in writing, vary the conditions subject to which a firearm certificate is held. So that's why you should have one. The circumstances under which this firearm then leaves your home, you're safe
for months,
and that you are unaware, then you're going to have to ask the question, okay, what on earth is going on? And in the event where there's no response, nature abhors a vacuum. So we fill it with speculation, which we're not going to do at this point. But the questions are rife. That how does this particular, you see, that process. So then it is very clear the number on the certificate that is assigned to this firearm. So you can't make a mistake and say, oh no, it's another gun. No, that's why it's important. And that's why kudos to Hudson Gumbini and Kamau Ngeno, who wrote this story, because you have to put in that information so if we understand that it's not just any flip-flop exercise. So that this particular gun is found at a crime scene where this individual was gunned down, you're going to ask questions.
And I think as well, another question that should be asked is, because I think the certificate as well has an expiry date where you're supposed to renew. So then if the judge did not know that it was with him, when exactly did his certificate, either is it active, did it expire?
He has said it expired last year around October 2025. And the last time he checked out from his report, the gun was intact and fully loaded. So he meant to renew the license. So he's already in breach of holding a gun with a licensed, with an expired license.
Because at that point then, he had that gun illegally because the certificate had expired. So one also asks another question, what is the responsibility then of everyone who's in charge of licensing these firearms in ensuring that under our database, these has expired, please come renew or return the gun.
And then the other question is that, do the gun owners, and in this case, like the Honorable Judge, do they understand the threat they pose to public security, public safety, when they are not compliant in terms of handling the firearm? Because if the judge was compliant, and of course this is a matter in court and we wait to see how it goes, the crimes that have been committed courtesy of this gun would not have happened. So they pose a risk to public safety. And therefore, there is an element of duty, it's called probity, the duty of probity, which they have obligated, and then he should be held accountable. This is something him and any other gun holder should be aware of, that the moment you mishandle your guns or any other, controlled substances as well, you're putting people at risk.
That's true. There's a report here about cancer. Remember, we're talking about what you could actually take. Imagine if the 10 billion shillings that was splashed in Kalou, which essentially didn't make, was used to build a cancer center. Sorry. Wait, too soon? Too soon? Sorry. Okay.
Too soon.
So page 3 talks about cancer strikes women earlier than men. We know this. But that's the cancer conversation is coming up in the run-up to some months that need to be commemorated here.
Yeah.
And that prevention, I'm telling you, is better than cure.
True.
So, and we've been told by medical practitioners over and over again that the majority of cancers, except for those that just creep up on you, kind of like your liver cancers and things like that, are preventable.
Yeah.
Now, when I say preventable, I mean that from death.
Yes.
That you can find them at the early stages, you can actually be treated and healed from them. Kalou delivers a crushing blow to UDA as Gachagua ally seals victory. I just want to say that you can imagine what you can do if you actually really focus on it. Look at Senator Methu.
Yep.
The man worked. He did.
He did.
The dancing, the singing.
The everything that he did. And it yielded the results. Can you imagine if we all applied ourselves? Really?
Hey.
Every day with
Let me tell you.
Prime injection.
Samuel Kamau Waweru. Kamau and John Methu. One would think they're brothers because of their hairstyle.
So, in case you were wondering what are people doing,
Yeah.
there's a picture here on page 6 of the PLP party leader Martha Karua, Wiper party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, and Senator Dan Manzo, who is a Makueni senator. Azimio Alliance bigwigs have rebranded the party to Komboa Kenya Coalition. I'm just even confused.
What?
Komboa.
Komboa.
So it's
Wakati wa
Komboa
ukombozi.
Kenya. So it's KK, like Kenya Kwanza.
God, you just had to, didn't you?
I'm just.
KKC, yeah.
Okay. And then I mean, these guys, what do you call the life cycle of not of a maggot, of a fly? Initially, they were what? United opposition. Now they've become the alternative government. At some point, we are referring to them as the coalition of the deputies. Now it is Komboa Kenya.
Yes, it is. Coalition.
KK can also be Kanyanga Kubwa Kubwa. On your way out. Leave the scene.
I'm going to stop on page 8 today in the Standard and then allow you to continue, because this is one story that we must look at. It's the Night of Long Knives. Go look up what that actually refers to in terms of literature. Inside ODM Ruto meeting that toppled Sifuna. Sifuna gave an interesting speech in the Senate yesterday after they basically removed him as the deputy minority leader and gave that position to Senator Eddie Okech. And he then was, he said, you know what? They can come for my coat. If they like, let them come for my shirt. But this my mouth. In terms of pushing for the agenda of the people, I'm not going to close it.
Because his tongue is strong.
Bas.
Yes.
Okay, so I said I was going to stop on page 8. Let me stop on page 9. That's the story also we'll continue looking at. Kenya, US seal a 325 billion shilling health deal as G2G funding model takes effect.
Okay. So this is what replaced the donors,
Yeah. Essentially.
Yeah.
As that didn't work, this essentially has come into place.
Okay.
Whether there'll be data mixing, we don't know. Okay. Moving quickly. Over to you, sir.
So let's go to the Daily Nation. 2027 signal. Now, regarding Gashagua's big win in Mount Kenya Supremacy Battle, one would hope it's Samuel Waweru Kamau's big win. All right. So it's a landslide win where DCP Sammy Waweru was on course to be elected as Kalou MP. Now we've just confirmed that he's the MP. Now the concession is UDA stalwarts, including Deputy President Kithure Kindiki and Dennis Itumbi, concede defeat on the official social media. And media under siege. National Media Group journalists valiantly attacked by armed hooded men who also seized a camera and a mobile phone during the ordeal. What do you want to hide? You came out, beat people in the open. What are you hiding from? Now it's high stakes by-election, a showdown between President Ruto and Gachagua, and outcome signals Mount Kenya politicians' direction in 2027. Like we said, this is litmus test to what would happen in 2027. So in page 2, they have gone deeper on the armed and masked men who stormed the polling station as violence marred the mini polls. And in page 4, it's the situation where we see residents of Kalou, police as well on the roads doing their thing. And the People Renaissance Movement Party candidate Timothy Kariuki, who rode a donkey into Kaini primary primary polling station to cast his vote. Now, Gachagua, violence part of plan to rig the by-election. He gave that statement yesterday as the election was ongoing, asking the people to go and protect the vote. And intrigues as Sifuna is removed from Senate whip position. We are just talking from that. And Godfrey Osotsi, who's the Vihiga senator, said the meeting was attended by a small group of senators, mainly nominated ones. It was convened at night. It is double standards because ODM recently said it had pulled out of the coalition. The coalition here being the... what was the coalition again?
Kanyanga kubwa
Kombo Kenya coalition.
The other one before Azimio,
Yeah.
that one, yes. Now, registrar's dossier on 1 billion shillings land adds a twist to ownership tussle. So, former MP helped cooperative to acquire the land, but difference arose on whether he was fully reimbursed. So, Gidwa told court that provisional title used to subdivide land had been obtained through misrepresentation. So, another issue there on the family and cooperative fighting for land. Mambo ya shamba inasumbua Kenya tena sana. So there is audit queries, school heads to appear before lawmakers. Mesikia hiyo? School heads to appear before lawmakers. Why? Yet we have TSC that has regional officers who are supposed to be checking into schools and sanctioning school heads. Because I'm assuming it is TSC and the ministry that should be appearing in Parliament to respond to queries about education. Don't respond. Okay. Kamanya, tuende kwa star. I know.
Ah, basi. No problem.
Quickly, the Star says, these are interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Mount Kenya is the hotspot of single mothers.
Okay. You know that has
Hold
been
your
used,
tongue, bite your tongue.
that has been used as a campaign slogan.
Yes. So Mount Kenya is the hotspot of single mothers. The story continues on page 10. A few things can be attributed to that. Top of the list is the economic crisis that the young men in the Mount Kenya are facing. Because raising a family is not easy. So that is one. Two.
But tough economic is across the country.
Yeah, the other thing is the high use of substances like alcohol and other substances, because you know how they yield and wear off your ability to run an intimate relationship.
True.
Many other things also come into play. And the third one is that men are not economically able to take up the second wife that they should be taking.
Which one is the second wife?
A second wife.
Why? That they should be taking?
Yes.
Why?
Who said polygamous is not the way?
You can't even take care of yourself, you alone, you like this.
Yeah.
Now
That's
you've
why
gone
I'm
to
saying the
another-
economic crisis has led to single mothers.
Hey, Jamil.
But if the men were stable economically,
They'll be doing 3-4
and
wives.
Kimiak, you need to surface and help me in this conversation. The men would be able to take care of their the second wife.
Okay.
So that's a main story on the Star.
Wait, don't bring that conversation. There's a comment that was made the other day that,
Right.
anyway, let's move on.
Okay, we move on. Well, chaotic night that sealed Sifuna's fate. Senator kicked out in tense meeting that nearly saw lawmakers exchange blows. That story continues again on page 4 and 5. And still on the front page, you have gunshots, tear gas. They rocked all Kalou as voters elect their MP. So that's a primary story. The Nairobian has an interesting story as well, just to mention. 7 years to justice. How detectives solved the Laikipia Air Base murders. I think this story has taken prominence in the last 1 week. The barracks horror, it says, love, lies, and 3 graves. Killer Major, the major guy from KDF. He says a family reunion ended in horror when military officer Peter Kagure allegedly murdered his estranged partner, Joyce Yombua, and their 2 children before burying them in a shallow grave. Nearly 7 years later, justice has finally caught up with him. This is a very sad story.
It is.
Because you're talking of a family that was wiped out. Kids are always innocent. We should distance our battles as spouses or parents from our kids. And no one deserves to die because you have fallen off. Please.
Just leave.
If it's not working,
Come on.
Leave.
just leave it.
Leave it.
Leave
Adios.
it.
Hey.
You are alive before you met that person. You are still alive now. Even though you are struggling, just look up. There is whatever faith you have, look up to your God. don't have your faith in a person. No one needs to die because the relationship has come to an end. This is a very sad thing, and we have to find a way of us in our next men conference. We need to speak to each other.
Thank you. Okay. It's actually what I wanted to say. Like, as men, we don't talk much. You know, we could be going through the same thing, but because we don't share, you find you're struggling with your own, I'm struggling with my own. But if we just sat on the table and just talked about, discussed, and sought for help,
it would make a big difference, I reckon.
Yeah.
It would.
And finally, naked truth about nudes.
That's a great spin on words. I have to give it to the guy from the Caribbean.
Kenya's secret online sex economy. Sherry leaked videos exposes an online economy where the youth sell intimacy for survival, navigating profit, deception, stigma, and psychological risks. The story continues on page 22 and 23 of the Nairobian.
Do you imagine that the phone at some point just gets disgusted?
Like, what are we doing, guys? You wonder. Where? Even though tumeanza Friday.
Yes.
That's what the headlines look like. Of course, we'll be referencing a lot of these stories that come into headlines today into our following conversations. Good morning.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.